Okay guys, this is day 2 of doing a little bit of gear review of what I use in the mountains. And today she's going to be just on what I've used for boots the past probably 10-12 years. It's between Lowas and Schnees now. So the first boot, so let's talk about boots. Okay, so this is the first boot I ever bought when I got really into hunting in Alberta here. It's just the Lowa Renegade. I've had it for many years, this boot. My son wears them now. But it was just an entry-level boot to get me out in the bush. Gore-Tex. I got it at the local hunting store here in town. And yeah, I still like it. They're super light. Like I said, Lowa Renegades. And then I sort of upgraded when I started getting into sheep hunting. This was my first sheep hunting boot that I ever bought. Lowa Hunter GTX, I believe this is. Rubber end, stiff boot. Had these guys, I think this past fall was year 5. I had them. I still wear them. But they have a little bit of a hole in where the tongue is down here. So I don't wear these guys in the mountains anymore. But it's definitely been a great boot, and the uptick for Lowas, especially where I'm at, you can go try them on. And fit them or size up your foot. I know a lot of people want to try a boot on before they buy it. That's the downside of Schnees. You want to, if you're going to spend $500, $600, $700 on a boot, you want to be able to try them on and make sure they fit. Walk around the store a little bit. This boot, I felt going downhill, especially in the mountains, my baby toe would get pinched a little bit. And this is wide, so it served the purpose. But I also wore this boot with an insole, like a custom orthotic, which I never used on these Schnees. But as far as comparable, definitely two comparable boot. I found the Schnees are stiffer. But last fall was my first year in the mountains with these. These are Schnees Granite, 600 gram thinsulate. Definitely worth a boot looking at if you're getting into mountain hunting. I went into the local shoe store and I got my foot actually measured so I could correctly order the right size for me. Highly recommend them. Either boot. They're both relatively similar in price. Canadian, you're looking around $600 to $700, give or take. Definitely a beautiful boot. I definitely like the Schnees better as far as stiffness goes, especially when you're going up and downhill with a load on your back. Definitely helps. Stiffer boot. Rubber end's pretty much similar on both boots. Not too much difference there. So I highly recommend you give each one of these boots a try. I don't know where you're at, or boots are a tricky hunting piece of a hunting apparel, because nobody wants to spend $700 on a boot for it not to fit. But it's just part of the game, I guess. It's a hard pill to swallow. You buy a boot, and after a little first trip or 2 trips, and your feet don't like them, so now you have to sell them. So I guess you just have to bear with it and figure out which boot you like and then stick with it. I opted to switch it up to Schnees just because I wanted to, and it's worked out so far. But either or, I'd choose either of these boots. So, but that's just my little clip on boots from what I've experienced over the past 6 years, 5-6 years sheep hunting in the mountains versus, you know, you have a little Renegade boot here just for basically flat landing, going up a few little drainages for elk in the early season, September type deal. So yeah, check them out. I'm not sure if this will help you, but that's just what I use for boots, and I'm happy with them. So cheers, and thanks for watching. That's my little boot review off the cuff. Not sure if you would learn anything, but I'm happy with them. So cheers.